皆様、天皇皇后両陛下の御臨席でございます。ただいまより
We now welcome the 2020, 2021, and 2022 Japan Prize laureates. Please remain seated and kindly welcome the laureates with a round of applause. The 2020 Japan Prize honors Professor Robert G. Gallagher in the field of electronics, information, communication, and Dr. Svante Pääbo for life sciences. The 2021 Japan Prize recognizes Professor Martin Andrew Green in the field of resources, energy, the environment, and social infrastructure. The 2022 Japan Prize is awarded to Professors Katalin Kariko and Professor Drew Weissman in the field of materials and production, and Professor Christopher Field in the field of biological production, ecology, and environment.
I would like to express my gratitude to Your Majesties the Emperor and Empress for your presence. After 2 years of postponing the ceremony, we're pleased to welcome Their Majesties the Emperor and Empress of Japan today for the first time since the new era of Reiwa began. All of us are overjoyed. Japan Prize was established in the early 1980s as the initiative of the Japanese government, which wanted to establish an internationally prestigious prize to contribute to the development of science and technology worldwide, with the support of government agencies based on a cabinet endorsement, and with the cooperation of many people. We have been awarding scientific and technological achievements that contribute to the peace and prosperity of humankind. The year 2020 winner in the field of electronics, information, and communication is Professor Robert Gallagher. Dr. Yazaki, chairman of the Japan Prize Foundation, will be presenting the Japan Prize medal. Japan Prize medal will be presented to Dr. Svante Pääbo, who was awarded in the field of life science in 2020. Japan Prize medal will be now presented to Professor Martin Green, who was awarded in the field of resources, energy, environment, social infrastructure in 2021. Now, Japan Prize will be presented to Professor Kathleen Kariko and Professor Drew Weissman, who are awarded in the field of materials and production in 2022. Professor Kariko, could you please? Next, Japan Prize will be presented to Professor Christopher Field, who was awarded in the field of biological production, ecology, and environment in 2022.
We hereby welcome the acceptance speeches from the laureates.
The Internet is a central component of the information age. It holds great promise to promote the peace and prosperity of mankind so important as a criterion for the Japan Prizes. A central challenge for all of us will be learning to use these new technologies to actually promote peace and integrity for mankind. Thank you.
This research field has given us new perspectives on how people moved around the planet and how they mixed with each other. So the development of this research field has been and continues to be a very great adventure. And I accept this honor then as a recognition of this field and of everyone who has contributed to it.
I have devoted my career to solar, working with my students and colleagues to take solar from an expensive item, affordable only for spacecraft when I began, to the lowest cost form of large-scale energy, which it has now become.
My journey from the humble beginning demonstrates it doesn't matter where you start. You can achieve so much if you put your mind into it and do not give up. So I hope that the recognition I am receiving today will inspire the future generation, and they too would like to be a scientist. Thank you.
I want to recognize the scientists at home in their own labs right now, fueling the engine of progress, doing the work that may lead to something amazing. I'll join you back home in my lab in the morning, or if I get antsy, in a few hours. Together, we'll see what the future holds. Thank you.
I'm deeply grateful for this recognition and for the opportunity to reinforce its messages about the importance of research. And as stated in the cabinet endorsement of the Japan Prize in 1983, advance the cause of peace and prosperity of mankind. Thank you very much.
We now receive some remarks from His Majesty the Emperor. It brings me great pleasure today to be here at the Japan Prize presentation ceremony together with distinguished participants and guests from many different countries and regions of the world. On the occasion of this esteemed ceremony, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of the distinguished laureates, Professor Robert Gallagher, Dr. Svante Pääbo, Professor Martin Green, Professor Bert Vogelstein, Dr. Robert Weinberg, Professor Katalin Kariko, Professor Drew Weissman, and Professor Christopher Field. Professor Gallagher proposed the utilization of reliable and efficient LDPC codes as schemes for detecting and correcting errors in digital information and communication. This theory has proven highly effective with the rapid improvement of computer processing capability and has become an extremely important part of basic technology that supports the modern digital society. Dr. Pääbo has successfully decoded the Neanderthal genome for the first time in the world by adopting a genetic method of extracting and analyzing DNA fragments from ancient human bones. His method has since yielded findings that have led us closer to the core of the evolution of modern humans and shed new light on the birth and evolution of the modern human species. Professor Green has been dedicated to the improvement of the energy conversion efficiency of crystalline silicon photovoltaic devices since the 1970s and has succeeded in inventing practical devices that are superior in both performance and cost. At present, this technology has become the mainstay of solar power generation, and his research has contributed significantly to its popularization. Professor Vogelstein and Dr. Weinberg proposed and verified the multi-step carcinogenesis model, according to which cancer is caused by multiple gene mutations occurring in stages within a single cell. The elucidation of the process underlying the transformation of normal cells into cancer cells has contributed significantly to the development of modern cancer therapies. Professors Carico and Weissman discovered that by replacing messenger RNA constituent uridine with a modified nucleic acid called pseudouridine, they could suppress the undesired immune response at the time of administration as medicine. This research paved the way for medical applications and became the key contributing factor in the swift development of the COVID-19 vaccine. Professor Field developed a device that can measure the photosynthetic rate and transpiration of living leaves while the plant remains rooted in the soil, and advanced the formula to express the impact of environmental variables on photosynthesis. He then further refined the model to reveal the distribution of carbon dioxide absorption in the global biosphere and the causes of the increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide concentration, thereby facilitating the prediction of future climate change. I would like to convey my deepest respect to each of these eminent researchers whose studies have contributed immensely to the development of various scientific and technological fields and to the well-being of humanity. Presently, people around the world, including in Japan, are facing various challenges due to the impact of COVID-19. Under the prevailing circumstances, the role of science and technology is expected to become increasingly crucial. It is my sincere wish that by gathering the wisdom of various fields and by the people of the world joining forces with one another, we can overcome the current challenges and build a future full of promise. I would like to conclude by expressing my earnest hope that the Japan Prize will further contribute to the advancement of science and technology to bring happiness to people and also contribute to the peace and prosperity of humankind. Thank you. The Japan Prize will continue to contribute to the advancement of science and technology in the world and play an even more important role in promoting peace and prosperity for mankind. April 13th, 2022, Hiroyuki Hosoda, Speaker of the House of Representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, we now conclude the 2020, 2021, and 2022 Japan Prize Award presentation ceremony. Their Majesties the Emperor and Empress will now depart from the hall.
受賞者の皆様がご退席となります。皆様この度はおめでとうございました。